Good morning.
Unexpected inconveniences.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like to be inconvenienced?
I dislike being inconvenienced.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, my
What
friend,
is it about being inconvenienced?
I said something about stuff being left out that could potentially get stolen. And my friend says, "Oh, I don't have that fear." And then I was like, I don't know if I have a fear or is it being inconvenienced when people steal stuff. I had a dream that we have our little scooters and I locked them up and I was trying to be safe with them. So I locked them together, but then I put them in like a cabinet, like, you know, how like a kitchen cabinet or like a bathroom cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just recalling this right this second.
This is your dream?
Yeah.
You put the scooters in the bathroom cabinet?
Yeah. Don't know quite how they fit, but I locked it.
Okay.
And then I came back the next day to wherever they were and they were gone. Like the whole cabinet was gone. Somebody had stolen the whole cabinet. But apparently there was this cat burglar and his partner and they were stealing stuff. And I actually went to their apartment and...
So that's a very interesting thought process because as someone who might have a tendency to create a little chaos in my life, I wouldn't always like kind of think ahead, right? To like, so I'm not putting my keys necessarily in one place to make sure that I don't have to look for them later, right? And so that's been an ongoing issue in our relationship because the keys go on the hook in the cupboard. And then you never have to look for the key. But I have this like habit of like throwing the key in my pocket because I'm carrying a bunch of stuff in the house and I have the groceries. And so it goes in my pocket so I don't drop it. And then I forget to put it in the cupboard. And then it's a whole chaotic thing later when I'm looking for the keys.
Is that
so for you, you are always thinking ahead of like, well, I don't want to have to look for the key later. Like this is where it goes and it always goes there and I never put it anywhere else. And so I think that you could be accurate that like the whole like putting stuff away so that there's no possibility that it could get stolen is actually like part of your avoiding a little bit of chaos later because we've had to replace stuff that was stolen.
Yeah.
It's a real pain.
It's more inconvenient. It's not about like the actual theft.
It is very much an inconvenience.
But then is my brain like linear thinking? Like I have like if I come in the house, I have
yes.
and I do it all. And then like, is that just a way of thinking or is that what you would inspire to do? Like what's going to happen or what you're going to do always going to happen?
Of course.
And we just help each other.
Absolutely. Of course, I always aspire to be just like you.
I didn't mean it like that. I just mean like, am I at the pinnacle?
You're absolutely, yeah. The rest of the world wishes.
Yeah, there's some things that I wish
could also have mild OCD.
No, in my mind, I think these things, but then I spit them out, and then when I say them, it sounds ridiculous. But like what I'm saying is, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. It's just like back to something different.
I think it's fine to not really like being inconvenienced. We were just very much inconvenienced by an update to a laptop.
Yeah,
but here we are. We made it. We've not been here for a little while. So if you are returning, thank you for not giving up on us.
Yeah.
Maybe you just hit that little like subscribe button so you get a little notification and you are notified, or maybe you tripped upon this by accident. Either way, we are very glad to have you here. We are going to do a little reading, a meditation, and then we will chat about it.
Take through our day.
It gives us something to reflect on for the rest of the day.
And what a beautiful weekend. You did your thing. I did my thing. We gave out kombucha.
That was here we go. Seamless transition into start reading.
I know. You made me a coffee, which you're doing very like, I prefer your coffee now. Aww. And now my mind is going. And so then I think about other things. Here we go. Thought for the day. We who have learned to put our drink problem into God's hands can help others do so.
To put any of our problems into God's hands.
We can be used as a connection between an alcoholic's need for and God's supply of strength. We in Alcoholics Anonymous or in any fellowship can be uniquely useful just because we have the misfortune or fortune to be alcoholics ourselves. Do I want to be a uniquely useful person? Will I use my own greatest defeat and failure and sickness as a weapon to help others? ? Yeah. Meditation. I will try to help others. I will try not to let a day pass without reaching out an arm of love to someone. Each day, I will try to do something to lift another human being out of the sea of discouragements into which he or she has fallen. My helping hand is needed to raise the helpless to courage, to strength, to faith, to health. In my own gratitude, I will turn and help another alcoholic with a burden that is pressing too heavily upon them. Oh,
I liked that sentence. We can be used as a connection between another person's need and God's supply of strength.
How do we be real help to people? And I like that concept of like, I've worked with many people that have gone to the doctor and medication and prescriptions, and there's nothing wrong with those things. But they have a hard time diagnosing like addiction and like all of that stuff that goes with it. And then leading somebody into their own sobriety, and all those labels and tags fall off. And it's the addicted mind that we lead people from into.
Let me repeat that sentence.
Go.
Because I think that's a really interesting point. So if I am consuming alcohol or another substance or pornography, or if I'm consuming, and that, initially I started and now it's like taken over my life, there are going to be side effects of that behavior that are going to cause me to go to the doctor. Doctor, my anxiety is through the roof. I am having panic attacks. I can't sleep.
Digestion.
Oh yeah, stomach issues, digestion. So I'm having all these problems, and I go to the doctor, and the doctor says, oh, here, let me give you something for your anxiety. Let me give you something for sleep. Maybe I've tried a bunch of different diets because my digestion is all messed up. And so now I'm trying to basically try all these problems, but really there's this like other thing that if I took care of, these I may find will eventually resolve themselves.
And
so yeah,
no fault on the doctor, because we are liars. We don't tell the truth. We say how much we do drink, but we minimize it. We
do minimize
compromise
it. Yeah.
Like even a doctor's information. So they would struggle in
to diagnose us. So if I focus on like my drink problem, if I'm, now I need a solution that's like greater than that solution, because that drinking might have just taken over. Maybe I didn't set out to drink that much. Like maybe I was just having fun. Maybe I just like started hanging out with a lot of different people and having a good time. And then that's what happened with us. And then all of a sudden we realized like, oh, the rest of us take care of our usual business during the week, and you couldn't. And so something else had to be addressed.
So I like that. We're fortunate, or like use our misfortunes and our darkest hours to be able to bring hope to others. So I hope that for everybody, we can be an encouragement and a hope to those around us if we have overcome these situations that have rendered us hopeless, and we've gone to medical professionals. Maybe some of us have been in jail. Maybe some of us have been in psychiatric therapy. All of those things, and we found a solution in God.
Yeah.
And so how do we bring that message to others and bring our hope to others?
I had a really great opportunity. When we had an event on Saturday, we make an event, a sober party basically, and there was some people there that were just very recently exploring sobriety and recovery. They're in a treatment program, and got to have a chat with a young guy who was like, yeah, like I don't even know what I'll do after I stop drinking. Like all my friends drink. This is just the way my life is. And I was able to say, oh, I remember that feeling. I remember thinking like, we're going to have no friends. How are we ever going to have fun? We're never going to have fun again. And life has been really fun. And so I was able to say to that guy, like, actually, you're going to be surprised how many people don't drink, or how many fun activities don't revolve around drinking. once you're out of it, you'll see it through different eyes. Like, but it can take a little while.
Great. All right. Prayer for today. I pray that I may be used by God to lighten many burdens. I pray that many souls may be helped through my efforts. Amen.
Amen.
Keep the peace, be of good behavior, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So what's our reflection? How I can be of help to others.
How can my experiences and my journey can be a help to others?
Amen.
Amen.
Have a good day.
Bye.